Hands up! कोई भी अपनी जगह से नहीं हिलेगा। अगर कोई अपनी जगह से हिला तो एक गोली चलेगी और कई लाशें गिर जाएंगी। क्यों दोगे उल्लू के चरखे?
5 लाशें गिरेंगी।
अरे जो भी है यार, क्यों तो दो ना तुम।
आज तुम पुलिस फोर्स में? तुम पुलिस फोर्स में?
हाँ, आज हम फुल फोर्स में। कानून के हाथ इतने लंबे होते हैं कि कभी कभी वर्दी भी छोटी पड़ जाती है।
हाँ, ये देखिए।
हाँ, इधर है अमिताभ बच्चन। बम 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 बररम बम 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 बररम बम 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 बररम बम 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 बररम ha 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 bum 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 bararam bum 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 bararam bum 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 bararam. I set off from my house at 9 in the morning. It was the day Anand was going to be released. That was the first film to be released in Bombay. I was coming back at 6 in the evening from work, and that's when I faced recognition for the first time. When I left for work, nobody knew who I was. And within a couple of hours, people had begun recognizing the face. I was confident of being able to say and perhaps enact what was asked of me with a fair degree of success. What I was not confident about was my face and how it would look on the screen, whether that would be acceptable to the people. And I must admit that that is something that I still haven't been able to get over. My brother Amitabh was very instrumental in my coming into films. He came across Amitabh, who was making a film called Saat, Hindustani, where he was looking for newcomers. I had by that time resigned from Calcutta, having decided that one way or the other I would enter the film industry. My father said, you know, if you want to enter a house and the door is locked and you can't enter it, you must jump over the wall. So that's exactly what I did.
हिंदी फिल्म एक तरह से देखा जाए तो कंटेम्प्रेरी फोकलोर है, और फोकलोर का हीरो किसी भी ज़माने में, किसी भी दौर में एक पर्सोनिफिकेशन होता है उस दौर की जो मॉरल वैल्यूज़ हैं। और अगर 73 जब जिसमें आई थी जंजीर, ये वो दौर था कि जिसमें एक समाज में एक बेइत्मीनानी पैदा होना शुरू हो चुकी थी। तो जिस समाज की ये अखलाकी कदरें हो गई हों, उसमें कोई हैरत की बात नहीं है कि इस तरह का हीरो तस्लीम किया जाए।
भाग कर कहाँ जाओगे हरामजादों? सारे जहन्नम से भी खींच के ले आऊंगा मैं तुम्हें।
He falls down. Okay, I know. Car de vich mar de. He goes into the mirror. You murder him. Then we go to the court.
Why am I killing him?
Because he ruined the whole family. Sultanji, that I'm your son. You don't worry. And then they go to the court.
दो गोली मार दिया, खत्म हुआ। भी उसको ऊपर डंडा भी मारो, ये भी करो, वो भी करो।
एक मर गया ना?
हाँ?
एक मर गया. Pradeep is already dead.
हाँ.
So these two are still left.
इसको गोली मार दिया ना?
इसको लगी गोली. He's fallen down. But he's not dead.
Not that good. Let him shoot them. That'll be too.
Hero का strong होना, that is the must, and that's why we call it hero worship.
I got my confidence when I joined films. I couldn't enter a restaurant, for example. I had to think 10 times before going through this process all by myself. Right up to the time when I was working in Calcutta even, where I was an independent person. I was earning my own money. I was free. I don't know what it was, maybe the very idea of portraying a character or someone else, just performing in front of an audience. What it was, I can't really say. It was always a very exciting moment for me.
Okay, can we take, sir?
13 take 1, 13 take 2, take 3.
Diwar shot him to the superstar image. So you can say I joined the bandwagon.
You will be making ad films. What about the guy that will come from behind and say, "Har Rose, Horlicks पीछे वो मैं हूँगा."
Always visualized the man I would, like to marry. And when I saw him, I said, "My God, this is the man." First, I saw Amit and Pune. He had come with K. Abbas, and they said, "You know who he is? He's Bachchan, poet, Kavi Bachchan's son." Oh, I said, "Yes, I've read Bachchan. I like his poetry." And we saw this person, and everybody said, "But he's so thin." I mean, I said, "No, but he's got something. There's something in his personality."
Be happy.
कल जो रात को मैंने गाना गाया वो सुर क्या था? वो मेरे लिए बहुत बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था।
1, 2, 3, 4 बाहर है प्रॉब्लम, घर में है प्रॉब्लम, अगेन आगे पीछे आजू बाजू प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम, डोंट वरी बी हैप्पी, डोंट वरी बी हैप्पी, डोंट वरी बी हैप्पी।
ठीक है, हो जाएगा।
बाहर है।
हाँ,
वो
तोड़ देना, खींचना नहीं खींचूंगा, बिल्कुल नहीं खींचूंगा, घबराना नहीं। सहगल साहब नहीं करूँगा, डोंट वरी, बी हैप्पी यार, डोंट वरी।
ला 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 ला
My father, he was Eastern, my mother more Western. And between the two of them, both my brother and me, received this lovely blend of both cultures. And I consider myself very fortunate that I was able to mix the two. And I find that in my existence today, that I draw a bit from my father, a bit from my mother. And face life with it.
He's got certain natural assets. His tall, lanky figure, his rich baritone voice. But all this is not really enough. It's really how he uses it all. Human behavior is so limited. You either cry or laugh or
But there are 800 films in a year. And if you're involved in 6 of them, it does become rather difficult to bring change. And if you have to survive, the change is essential. I think one should be trying to take on different roles, and that sometimes people like to or appreciate you the most in a kind of framework that they've already put you in. And the moment you digress from that, they seem to feel cheated, and therefore they will ignore you or reject you. But I don't think that that should deter an actor or an artist from attempting something different. He should in fact disprove the audience, prove them wrong.
And when he comes in front of the camera, तब लोगों को पता लगता है कि सुबह से लेकर शाम तक सब हंस क्यों रहे थे, because वो सीन ही ऐसा था.
I think when you're happier, you're able to invent moments, things much better than when you're unhappy. And I think when you do a comic situation or a situation where you need to be funny, or at least try to be funny, it's nice to have a bit of invention.
Cut it! ऊपर गया लास्ट का मुझे देखना प्लीज
ले या ले एक मिनट ओके अभी लोगों को बता तू कहां वेट ज्यादा है लेफ्ट में या राइट में आने दे नीचे आने
महेश यू डोंट वरी हां कल सुबह तक अरे ऊपर रखो यार किधर ले जा रहे हो अपस्टेयर्स वेरी गुड यू स्टे देयर I will look after your family and your newly born son. Don't worry, I'm there. Okay, you please stay there.
22 days old.
Okay, 22 days old. All right. Tomorrow he will be 23 days old. Don't worry about anything.
Now he has his own style, which I have studied it by now so well. He will tell him, he say this is the scene, and he will enact and.
This shot will open. मीनाक्षी जी ने
थोड़ा राइट में हाय हाय पीटरा
थोड़ा लेफ्ट में देखेंगे.
अरे नहीं देख नहीं रहा कीर्तन तू स्टार्ट कर दे कैमरा यार तू बोलो मत मेरे को बहुत टेंशन
1 and 2 ओके आज
First of all, he knows he's working for a camera, which not very many artists projected and come across to the audience. Whether it's the pitch of his voice or the throw of his lines, everything goes to that audience. Whether it's song and dance, drama, he just goes about it with so much ease and grace.
वो एक कोने में अपना सीन लेके बैठ जाएगा.
किधर बा लाया
The maximum population, as I said, was between 18 and 35. And that group, that age group of boys and girls and whatever it is, they've been exposed to better cinema, better films, and therefore they want to see better films. They are guiding us.
From the audience point of view, say that he's doing the same thing again and again. Why he's not doing something different? See, that also can be said. So this is a theory. I wouldn't say it's practice. Still, I mean, it should not be practice. It should give various to do different things. All his characters project his popular image, always. And everybody, all directors, including me, would like to exploit that to the hilt, commercially. Otherwise, you have Amitabh Bachchan, you don't need to work. That's the theory. Why work on anything else? That is the thing.
The comparison between the swale of Amitji's films and the other films It is something like at times twice the price or thrice the price we get from other stars. Amitji's films are sold.
Pop, pop. T-pop. Taking. Pop, pop. Beep-a-pop, pop. Pop-a-pop. Pop-a-pop, pop-a-pop. Pop, pop-a-pop, pop, pop, pop-a-pop. We've changed the song now.
प्यार किया पापा ने इनकार किया लड़की लेके भाग चलो जाओ फटाफट शादी करो डोंट अच्छा ये सुर में रखना डोंट वरी बी हैप्पी डोंट वरी डोंट वरी यहाँ पर चेंज करना लास्ट में
थर्ड वाले
हाँ पहले डोंट वरी नी डाना वो क्लैश होगा बी हैप्पी
रिकॉर्ड कर लेते हैं at a stretch it is excellent.
Sometimes I think it's a little crazy. He gets carried away on the set. Once he does a shot and people like it, we applaud. Then he wants to do it himself. He's our hero Amitabh. He can sing, he can dance, and he can talk, and he can fight too. He wants to live up to the image that he can do everything.
Sir, बहुत confusion है.
I'm sorry.
मन में सच्ची बोल रहा मेरा सर्कुलेशन बंद हो गया.
अरे एक मिनट जल्दी दे देना.
वैसे तो बहुत कुछ बंद हो गया है, लेकिन फिलहाल सर्कुलेशन बंद है. Everything is closed. All departments are shut.
अरे बाप रे.
There were just flashes of very blurred visuals, which I don't recollect very well. It seemed to me that it was always dark during that time. I don't know why. For some reason, I felt that whenever I opened my eyes, it was night. Though I was told that most of the time it was day. When I couldn't walk, I used to sit up the whole night trying to make myself get up from my bed and walk 6 feet to the edge of my room and get back to my bed. It used to take me the entire night to do that. And gradually, your whole system starts coming back to you. I know that it'll never be the same as before, but you can function.
I need a guy of my size here. Please, stand.
Stand up.
Stand up.
जल्दी बोला.
My friend, very good.
People who meet him have created a lot of mystery around him.
Okay. हाँ? क्यों?
मेरे को तो उतारो फ्रीज हो गया मेरा कहाँ जा रहा है
अकड़ गया ना
अकड़ गया
तो बाप रे अरे कुर्सी लाओ
हाँ जकड़ गया रे
कुर्सी लाओ
अरे पाँव जकड़ गया रे क्या करता है रे
अरे लाओ
ला रे कुर्सी ला कहाँ जाता है अभी ये पाँव जकड़ गया क्या होगा
Since all this is going on record, I think there's a bit of dishonesty somewhere. I must come through well because it's going to be seen by lots of people, it's going to be seen by lots of colleagues, and they must think good about it. The people who are watching must think good about it. It's almost as though the camera went on. I mean, the camera that's shooting the film. And therefore, my accent must be proper and my looks must be good, and my hair must be in place. It's like in a moment when I am perhaps working out an entire scene in my mind, I would like to believe that there's just me, myself, and the scene. But instead I find there's a camera that's suddenly come in. So what if I'm an actor? So what if I'm well known? And so what if other people are interested in knowing what I do and what my life is? I think that what I do is to be seen on the screen. What is mine should remain with me. And I would like to preserve it in that manner.
Sometimes he just looks right through you, sometimes he sulks, he's a habit of sulking. So when he's sulking, we don't talk to him, we just ignore him.
Every artist has a right to his mood.
Yes, sir.
It's not that you're not moved by it.
Yeah, I will.
It's a part of getting moved, but you don't show it. You don't participate.
Otherwise it becomes too much.
That is it. That is true. Okay.
All right. So this is all right then?
Even when you're talking to her, it's unseeing her. It's not, it's more there. Your emotion is to that village, not to telling her really. When you see that, it does something to you.
Yeah.
So that is very important.
Maybe at the end of the thing I can look at her because I need that look again to see Tinu coming.
But it's, when you look at her also, you're not looking at her. You're inside.
Okay.
Okay. That's very important.
इसका मिट्टी से हमको बहुत नफरत है, प्यार भी है। इधर मैं बहुत खुश था, माँ बाबूजी बहन के साथ बहुत खुश था। रोज ये इधर शहर का रोशनी देखता था मैं इधर से। अभी इधर से गांव देखता है। मालूम क्यों? मालूम क्यों? एक दिन ये गांव वापस करने का है जिधर से माँ को बाहर निकाला।
Correct, the way it's coming is right, but
I don't play many characters. The Indian hero doesn't offer too many characterizations of their leading man. Agneepath's character is very similar to the character in Diwar. We attempted to do the same format, but just look a little different or make the approach a little different. I really may be talking out of turn, but that's what we're trying to achieve. I would like him to look hard, because life's been hard to him. There are moments, when were you to play something totally opposite to what is the recognized expression or the more acceptable expression. It suddenly gives it a new twist, a new turn. Trying to do that in this one.
No.
किसी को बुरा कहने के लिए कोई चाहिए ना?
चाहिए ना, देखो वो बुरा है।
सोसाइटी को।
हाँ, अच्छा।
वो चाहिए।
देखो ये बुरा है।
लिखो, किसी को you need somebody as a whipping horse.
अच्छा। चल, take ready.
कैसे? हवा तेज चलता है दिन का लो, टोपी संभालो उड़ जाएगा। अभी उड़ गया ना, क्या?
This man called Amitabh Bachchan revolutionized the concept of hero and heroism.
6 फुट का बॉडी लुढ़काने के लिए 2 इंच का गोली कम पड़ेगा मालूम। धंधे का बात करने गए तो सामने आने का सामने। मैं काला धंधा भी अंधेरे में नहीं करता, समझा?
I know that there have been so many times that he's imitated the children. The way they look or they react to a certain thing, you know. Sometimes I love to sit and watch him reacting to the children, like a little fan in front of his children, you know.
But now as they've grown and become more sensible and a little more eloquent, they do come up with some rather nasty criticisms. They tell me now how my hair should look and what I should wear and why I have to do a lot of stupid things that I do in my films, which is nice because it's good to know that they are as observant as the person on the street.
लेकिन I chose to get influence from certain people. तो वो मैंने क्यों चुना कि मैं इन्हीं से इन्फ्लुएंस हूँ? वो मेरा अपना एस्थेटिक सेंस था कि जिसने कहा कि ये सही है.
I remember coming to Bombay in the early 60s and sitting in a restaurant when in walked Mr. Dilip Kumar, my favorite and the favorite of many people. And I remember rushing out to a nearby store to buy an autograph book, charging back to the restaurant, standing next to him and asking him for an autograph. He was obviously busy in conversation with some important people and was unable to give me the autograph. And I was absolutely heartbroken. So I can understand what it must feel when children, young people, women, elders come forward and ask for my autograph. It's their love and their affection. And even though at times it becomes virtually impossible to sign each and every autograph.
अरे बाहर है प्रॉब्लम, घर में है प्रॉब्लम, बाहर है प्रॉब्लम, घर में है प्रॉब्लम, आगे पीछे आजू बाजू प्रॉब्लम ही प्रॉब्लम. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
तुमको नहीं मालूम? अभी हम बताते हैं. पिक्चर का नाम है तूफान. क्या नाम है? क्या नाम है? तूफान. तो पिक्चर देखने आएगा? आएगा तो ऑटोग्राफ देगा, नहीं तो हम नहीं देगा. नाम?
टीवी वीडियो बहुत बुरा, सबके सर में दर्द हुआ.
बराबर बोलता है, बिल्कुल बराबर बोलता है.
और टीवी वीडियो बहुत बुरा, टिकट कटा के सिनेमा जा, आएगा बड़ा मजा.
Mrs. Gandhi had been assassinated. There was a feeling of all like-minded people to come forward and stand up behind the Prime Minister and do whatever they could. I was never keen on politics, and I've said that before, because I don't know it. But circumstances were such at that time. I think most normal people would have opted to do what I did. I was asked to fight an election. I went into it blindly, and surprisingly I won.
कौन? हाँ, आप होंगे हेलीकॉप्टर, आपके साथ टीनू होगा और मैं उस मॉडल पे खड़ा हूँ। आप हेलीकॉप्टर के साथ आए और ऐसे निकल जाए और वहीं पर फटे।
और आप बोट पे?
और मैं बोट पे।
और फट भी जाए?
और उसी में फटे, उसी में वो। Immediately afterwards, the end credit title आया। And we all go home.
A lot of people would like to. मैं थोड़ी सी खुद पढ़ूँ। सर मुझे सबका फिक्र है, मनोज का बड़ा फिक्र है।
अभिषेक।
हाँ? ओ अभिषेक। कहाँ जा रहे भैया? तो मेरा बेटे का नाम है अभिषेक। हाँ? You going to the water? You going to water fishing? Okay.
I was given the chance, day after day, year after year, to put away my bad performances, my bad films, and try and improve on it. I'm not saying that I'm still making good films and giving good performances, but I still have a chance.
और जिस लड़की से प्यार किया पापा ने इनकार किया, लड़की लेके भाग चलो, जाओ फटाफट शादी करो। लड़की लेके भाग चलो, जाओ फटाफट शादी करो। Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
From the day I met him till today, he is what he has always been. You know, I cannot say he has changed, for better or for worse. He's just the same.